I'd like to welcome everyone at home watching via live stream to our Virginia Beach Fire Department Academy graduation. I'm Michael Bashir, Battalion Chief of Training. I'll be your host tonight. I want everyone please stand for the presentation of the colors and the introduction of TRFA 161. Will everyone please remain standing and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, after which Master Firefighter Israel Medina will sing the national anthem, and then we'll have the invocation by our EMS chaplain, Ms. Ruby Christian. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
May we bow our heads, please. Our gracious and heavenly Father, may your presence be with us as we come together to celebrate the graduation of the Tidewater Regional Fire Academy number 161. Today is a gift from you, to all those who have met the challenge and kept the faith to the commitments of their studies. We offer thanks for the strength, endurance, and support of all the families, instructors, the department, and our city leaders. Now, precious Father in heaven, may your wisdom guide them. May your encouragement lift them up, and your precious love give them comfort. In the mighty name of our precious Son, our Lord and Savior, I pray. Amen. Amen. You may be seated.
Thank you, Master Firefighter Medina and Miss Ruby. Welcome again. I know most of us are here tonight because we have loved ones sitting up here in front. I tell you, they're a good-looking group here. They got very big smiles on their faces, ear to ear. We also have a few, though, out here that taking time away from their loved ones and family members to be here with us. I'd like to recognize them. Our mayor, Will Sessoms, Dave Hansen, our city manager, Steve Cover, our deputy city manager, Chief Magistrate, Laura Sy. We also have our friends from PD and EMS here, Chief Silvera and Chief Razzle, thank you. Also like to recognize our senior staff, our Fire Chief Hutchinson, also our Deputy Chiefs Cooper and Ramsey. We also have some of our district chiefs here tonight, Kravitz, Crandall, Rocky, Funyak, and Dennis King. A couple of them here tonight have a dual role, chief and dad. So it's pretty neat for them, and an exciting night for them. Tonight we are here for TRFA 161 and for everything they've done and their hard work to celebrate that. But I was given a little bit of advice on tonight on how to conduct this. One was don't forget the mayor. So I got this. We got a good mayor, he takes care of us. And two was to say something nice about our instructional staff, our fire instructors. So here it goes. Chief Probst, your hair is looking great tonight. No, this is really a good group of guys. These individuals are people who have the ability to take what they have learned, add their experiences to that, and turn around and teach it to our recruits here. Not everyone has the ability to do that. That's why they were specially selected to be our fire instructors. Each of them worked hard to be there, and it's not an easy job to be a fire instructor. Preparation starts well before the first day of the academy. In fact, we are already preparing for our next academy. The fire instructors often found before the recruits are there, prepping for the day, and often found hours after they're gone, cleaning and getting ready for the next day's evolutions. Tired and dirty is the life of a fire instructor. That's the way they prefer it. It's a symbol and sign of a hard day's work. Now we've cleaned them up tonight, so I'd like to bring them up on stage and recognize them. Chief Probst is going to help me, giving them a certificate of appreciation. Captain Derek Diggs. Master Firefighter Michael Howard. Master Firefighter Stephen Huey. Master Firefighter Noel Garrett. Captain Edward Landgrover. Master Firefighter Dustin Lott. Master Firefighter Michael Smith. Master Firefighter William Fogel. And of course, Chief Probst. Ladies and gentlemen, your fire instructors for TRFA 161. I'd also like to thank the people behind the scenes, our office staff, Kirsten Howard. I know she also has Lisa Moss and Luann, who've helped her out quite a bit to make this night possible. I also like to thank our video staff for making all of this work. It really adds to our ceremony. So Darnell, Jonathan, Keith, Kurt, and Ray, thank you very much. So tonight is all about you, TRFA 161, and everything you have done to get here tonight. So how do you thank the fire instructors for all that they've done for you? It's simple. Never stop being a student of the fire service. Take what you have learned, build upon it, improve, and get better. Always remember to wear your uniform with pride. Whether good or bad, you're always known as a Virginia Beach firefighter. Always do things that shed a positive light on our department. So if you get to the point in your career where you think you can comment on Chief Probst's hair, then maybe then you can say you've made it. But until then, keep your head down, be humble, work hard, and know that the fire training staff is always there for you. We'll now have the pleasure to hear from our Fire Chief, Dave Hutchinson. Fire Chief Dave Hutchinson is a 29-year veteran of the Virginia Beach Fire Department. He's an original member of the Technical Rescue Team and served on the Hazardous Material Team for 6 years. Chief Hutchinson served as the first recruiting officer for the VBFD, as well as the aide to the Fire Chief and the Public Information Officer. He was the Operations District Chief for C-Shift until the department was reorganized and subsequently became the North Division Chief. He was then promoted to Deputy Chief of Operations in 2013. Chief Hutchinson was humbled to be chosen as the department's 5th Fire Chief on June 8, 2017. Chief Hutchinson is also very involved and respected at the local, state, regional, and federal level. He is an original member of the Virginia Task Force 2 Urban Search and Rescue Team. He also served in many positions. He also has served in many positions on VATF2 and is currently the sponsoring agency chief for the team. Serving as a member of VATF2 has put Chief Hutchinson in many complex disastrous situations, including Oklahoma City bombing, numerous hurricane deployments in Texas, Florida, Louisiana, and the Haiti earthquake. His passion to serve, coupled with his compassion for humanity, is evident in all that he does. He was awarded 2 Medals of Honor, one for his deployment in the Haiti earthquake and one for his Oklahoma City bombing deployment. Chief Hutchinson has a bachelor's degree in fire administration from Hampton University. He is a graduate of the National Fire Academy Executive Fire Officer Program and is currently completing his Master's of Homeland Security from the Center of Homeland Defense and Security at the Naval Postgraduate School. Chief Hutchinson is also a member of multiple professional organizations, including the Virginia Beach Fraternal Order of Fire Chiefs and the Virginia Fire Chiefs Association, where he serves on the executive board and also co-chairs the annual Fire and Rescue Conference. Chief Hutchinson has been a long-term volunteer for the Norfolk Emergency Shelter team and is now a member of their executive board. Now, I know Chief Hutch has 2 reasons to be here tonight, Chief, and also Dad. But let me tell you, he is the fire chief for each of us, and he takes us very seriously. He's definitely concerned with the well-being of each of us and our success. I know this personally because I've worked for him, and he's helped me be a better firefighter and leader. So, Chief Hutchinson, I've taken a lot of deep breaths tonight, but the podium's now yours.
That was a little inside joke between me and Mike. Well, for one thing, we're going to cut that bio down next time, I promise. So, Lord have mercy, that was too long. Okay. First, everybody, I want to thank you for being here. What a magnificent night. We're so proud of these men and women. It's just beyond words. First, I'd like to thank again the dignitaries, the mayor, the manager, deputy city manager, the fire chief. I'm the fire chief, the police chief, the EMS chief. It's my first time. I said, what did I tell y'all? We're going to mess up. It's just the way it is. We're going to be good with it. So, but really, now I do want to say to the families, I hope those of you who made it to the family day enjoyed it as much as I did. I just hope you enjoyed it. It was so fantastic. The best part that I thought, though, was how the training staff, they had it as hot outside for y'all as we had it inside in the burns. So that was just, I'm not going to have something. I think it was 112 outside. So you got to experience kind of what it was like for us inside. One thing, though, I do want to say in all seriousness, and I do mean this, and Chief Bashir just kind of alluded to it, is that you have my solemn word that myself, that group of men over there, every chief officer in this department, every captain, and every member in the department is going to make sure that we keep your loved ones safe day in and day out. And we make it a priority, and I promise you that. So you have my word. Okay, to the training staff, we've kind of already hit it, but I'm grateful day in and day out, year in and year out, we turn out the best recruit school ever. Mr. Mayor, you know that it's the greatest city in the world, it's the greatest department in the world. I really do believe it. We're the perfect size, and a large part of it starts with that group right there and these men up here. So I'm very grateful to have them on our side. It's the gold standard of TRFA. The TRFA is the gold standard. It really is. Okay, to the recruits. There's a lot of lights. We had some first, all of us together here. First, where's our deputy city manager? I've been looking for him. Where are you? There's way in the back. There we go. All right. Well, we've got us a new deputy city manager of emergency services. That's a first for us, at least in a long time, and we're extremely proud and humble to have him in the position that he's in. So that's one of our first. Y'all are my first recruit academy. So I'm pretty proud of that. You've done wonderful. You haven't disappointed me at all. We added a 5th battalion and a duty district chief, duty shift commander to our day. That I'd like to thank the manager, the city manager, and the city council for allowing us to have it. For the families, what that means for us is when we do hurt firefighters, and unfortunately when one dies, a lot of time it's due to the span of control. By adding a 5th battalion and adding a duty shift commander to the mix in the station for 24-hour shifts like everybody else, it allows us to shrink that command and control down to a much better number. So we've already seen it work. So I do thank you for that. For the first time that we can think of, and y'all have been wonderful dealing with Sam and I, so I appreciate that. I know it's been a little added burden to you, so I thank you for that. But for the first time, we believe in the history of the department. We have the lowest member in the department. I have to remind him of that. And then the fire chief. So let's know the first. You're letting him sit beside you. That's good, yeah. So then I was thinking about this. We have 4 very strong women in this recruit school. So maybe in 20 or 25 years, one of y'all will be standing up here as the fire chief and you'll be welcoming your daughter into the department. I think that'd be pretty cool. So I hope one of y'all can work on that. Okay. Remember what I've said to you before backstage and what I've said to you during our time together? I want you to keep your head on a swivel. You're your own safety officer, right? You got to make sure of that. I want you to always be paying attention to what's going on. If you see something you don't think is right, it's incumbent on you to say something. One of the times that Chief Cover, now Deputy City Manager Cover, got mad at me, one of the worst times was when I didn't say something and I said something to him after the call. It does us no good after the call is what he said. So if you see something that's going to be dangerous or you don't like the way it looks or smells, it's incumbent on you to say that. I expect that of you. Next is be fiscally responsible. These gentlemen over here give us the best equipment, best training, a good salary, but you got to be, and I'm saying this right for my wife, I hope, fiscally, not physically, fiscally responsible with the taxpayer's dollar, right? It's incumbent on us to do that. So I ask you to do that. And what's the best way to retire rich? Told y'all this a bunch of times. Is to start putting money in deferred comp right now, right? Okay. I appreciate that. Remember, once you walk across this stage, you're not only representing yourself, which is really important, but you're representing the mayor, the city manager, the deputy city manager, myself, and the rest of this fine department. And you will be held to a higher standard, I'm here to tell you, okay? So remember that in everything you do, okay? And remember, day in and day out, we're responding to what? The civilians and the tourists of this city's worst day. You know, it's just what it is. It's what you signed up for. Whether it's 4 o'clock in the morning for a nosebleed or somebody having a heart attack, you show them the compassion that I expect from you and the professionalism. Whether it's the richest citizen or the poorest citizen, I expect the same service, and y'all know that. So please bring it. The coin you're going to receive tonight has 4 things embodied on it. It's caring, honesty, trust, and integrity. I believe this is what encompasses us all into one unit. It's very important to me and the senior staff and everybody else in this department that we stay with those values. Okay? The journey began for y'all, about a year and a half ago? I mean, it's a long process, right? We're trying to get it a little shorter. But it's been 7 months, 8 months of hard work, and accumulates, I said that wrong, with y'all walking across this stage tonight with the gold certificate that I talked about, the TRFA certificate. But it doesn't end here, right? It's please be a student of the game and continually strive to do better each day. Remember, every day is a training day. And I'll leave you with this. It's from Ralph Waldo Emerson, and I really want you to hear this. It's what you do speaks so loud that I cannot hear what you say. That is so important to y'all as rookies. For the next 4 or 5 years, your actions are what matters. It's walk to walk, not talk to talk, okay? I need you to do that. I've said that to you now a couple of times. Please remember it, all right? Your actions are what matters, all right? I appreciate it.
Thank you, Chief Hutchinson. We now have the privilege of hearing from our mayor, Mayor Will Sessoms. We're definitely lucky to have this mayor. He definitely takes care of us. The city takes care of us, is evident in our uniform, our equipment, our apparatus, our stations, and our fire training center. Will Sessoms is a lifelong Virginian. He's a very good mayor. We like him.
that's how you handle that introduction. Got it? Well, good evening. And it really is a pleasure for me to be joining you all tonight for the graduation of our newest firefighters. You know, today's fire service is vastly different than the days of bucket brigades, hand pumpers, and fire horses. Today, we have high-tech equipment and better prevention methods. Still, it takes hard work, it takes teamwork, and it takes skill. We saw all those elements come together so beautifully 4 years ago as members of the fire department and other agencies so courageously responded to the F-18 crash. The actions of those who responded kept a bad accident from becoming a horrible catastrophe. And just this month, our fire department personnel, staff throughout the city of Virginia Beach, and members of the community at large did a fantastic job in helping Hurricane Matthew flood victims. I thank everyone involved in life-saving efforts during the storm, including those who rescued people from cars on flooded streets. I also thank everyone involved in the recovery efforts. As we heard from the Virginia Department of Emergency Management, that no other locality in Virginia has been as organized in their response. And to me, that is a tremendous compliment. Our fire department staff members are second to none. And now tonight's graduates have the honor of joining some of the best trained, most highly skilled, and dedicated firefighters in the world. And I did say in the world because you are the best in the world, and I say that as honestly as I can say it. I applaud the 28 graduates of the Tidewater Regional Fire Academy class number 161, who have worked so hard to master the skills necessary to join the ranks of the Virginia Beach Fire Department. As firefighters, you will be working in tandem with our emergency medical services personnel, as well as our 911 dispatchers and our police officers. Together, you make up one of the finest public safety teams in the world. And let me say to you, I go to the graduations for all these departments. I make my best effort to get to all of them. I'm not 100%, but I'm 90-some%, I'll assure you that. But when I go to all these graduations, the representation from the other public service agencies, public safety agencies, is there at that graduation. And I want to recognize Chief Severa from the police department and Chief Brazel from EMS. Give them a round of applause, please, for their support. Our public safety team, and it's all of you together. That's what makes it so special in Virginia Beach. Don't have the ego that fire is better than police or EMS is better than fire. No, no, no. We're all good at what we do. We're even better when we do it together. Let me take a moment also, before I conclude, to recognize those who also serve, your families. Their support and their willingness to sacrifice make it much easier for you to do your job. Your families deserve our sincere thanks and appreciation for their behind-the-scenes support. I know I speak on behalf of all the citizens of Virginia Beach in saying thank you for your commitment to our city. You are the best, and you are a part of what makes Virginia Beach the greatest city in the world. I'm grateful to your dedication, and I wish you well. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We now have a video presentation of TRFA 161. I didn't know that was supposed to be funny. After which, Chief Probst will take over the remaining of the ceremony.
This exercise today is for Jason Workman. It's for all service members who have been killed in action. It's for all firefighters that have died in the line of duty. 161, do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Good. This exercise is not going to be easy. It's going to be tough. Good. Why is it good? Because one day later in your career, you might be pushed to the floor by smoke and heat while you're searching for that reported trapped victim, or God forbid, one of your fellow firefighters. You'll remember this, and that will be nothing compared to this and the rest of your training here. 161, do you understand that?
Yes, sir!
This is workman. Workman does not touch the ground from here on out.
You're not done when you are tired. You're done when it is complete. Keep pushing.
%, all the time, your best. That's what we ask. That's our only requirement.
Perseverance, determination, a will to live. Continuous effort! You will not stop! You will not slow down! You will continue to give us 100%!
We train hard every day. Every day. We owe that to those that have sacrificed everything for this country that we live in, and to those that have died in the line of duty for the profession that we love. You are no longer individuals. You're a team, 161. It is not about you anymore. It's about the person to your left and to your right, your brothers and sisters. Teamwork is what we're all about. It's what's going to get you through the rest of this SCBA training. It's what's going to get you through Fire Streams Week, this academy, and the rest of your career. Are you a team, 161?
Yes, sir!
Good evening, 161.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you, Chief Brashear. I would like to begin by thanking Mayor Sessoms, Mr. Hanson, Mr. Cover, which is still a little weird to say, as well as our other honored guests for sharing this occasion with our fire department family. I would also like to especially thank Chief Hutchinson and the VBFD senior staff for their unwavering support and dedication to ensuring that our next generation of firefighters have the tools and resources necessary to successfully begin their journey with our department. Finally, I would like to thank the Virginia Beach Fire Department training and civilian support staff. There's not a more dedicated, caring, and passionate group of people in any training program. Without you, none of this would have been possible. I'm fortunate to have the pleasure and opportunity to work with you all. There is a sign outside the wall of the Fire Training Center next to the only door the recruits are allowed to enter. Raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about. Very good, perfect. The sign reads, "Through these doors walk the future of the Virginia Beach Fire Department." This is a simple saying, and many people pass by it without even noticing that it hangs there. But this is a sign that signifies the importance of the journey that these men and women embarked upon several long months ago. A journey that was too difficult for some to finish. As is the case before you sit the very best of the best. These 28 individuals competed against hundreds of others to have an opportunity, but not a certainty, of joining the ranks of the Virginia Beach Fire Department. They have proven time and time again that their dedication, perseverance, and fortitude align in an unquestioned parallel with that of the Virginia Beach Fire Department. The first day of their journey began with a 2-hour orientation where they were shown the facility, given their recruit manuals, and met the staff. And many of you remember my introduction. At the time, I am Captain Jason Probst. I am your course supervisor. You will not like me. I am not your friend. Remember that? So I set the tone pretty early. Throughout the academy, I'm sure that introduction rang true for many of you at different times. But my next comment was one that the staff and I have reiterated time and time again. You are now part of our family. We are brothers, we are sisters in good times and in bad. We are here when you need us and even when you think that you don't. The Virginia Beach Fire Department has many values that each of us strive to meet each and every day. And Chief Hutch talked about them. Our core values are caring, honesty, integrity, and trust. They're not just words. They are guiding principles for how you should conduct yourselves from this day until your last. I spoke to you at your orientation about what it is to join our fire department family, to be part of this brotherhood that is more than any one person or department. You are no longer an individual. You no longer only represent yourself. You represent the person sitting to your left and right. Those members who are sitting behind you, and there's a lot of them up there, the chiefs who are sitting to your left, and the training staff sitting to your right. You represent me, 161. This is not a job of individuality. Everything you do in the fire service is a team effort. There is only one way to do this job, and that is together. I would like to leave each of you with a few words of advice as you move on to the next chapters of your career. First, as I have reiterated several times, every day is an interview. You've heard us say it 1,000 times. Your reputation is contingent upon your actions. It takes a long time in the fire service to build a good reputation, but it takes only seconds to ruin one. Next, if you are bored in a fire station, it is your own fault. Be a student of the craft. You will never, ever know everything. It's impossible. Learn something new every day. Never be afraid to ask questions. And if you don't know, don't guess. You all know how we feel about that, right? Do the research, find the answer, be both the student and the teacher throughout your career. Third, never pass on an opportunity. You cannot grow if you are comfortable and stagnant. This entire academy has placed you outside of your comfort zone, and you have hit every curveball that we have thrown at you out of the park. Don't be afraid to be the new guy or to have to learn the ropes about a new position. It's okay. Be humble, be inquisitive, and learn from those who have been there. Even the newest firefighter has something to teach, and even the veteran has something to learn. And finally, enjoy the ride. Strive for perfection, but accept your own excellence. Never take a day in this career for granted. Even a bad day as a firefighter is a good day. It's the best damn job in the world. I'm humbled to be standing on this stage in front of you, each and every one of you. You are all outstanding men and women, and I consider each of you my brother and sister. I hope that you feel the same about me and the rest of the training staff. Congratulations on completing this journey. Make us proud. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to ask TRFA 161's class president, Andrew Crockett, to come to the stage and say a few words.
Good evening. expected up here. Thank you all for coming. As was introduced, my name is Andrew Crockett, and I serve as president to TRFA 161. Like many others before me, I'd like to start out thanking those of you who took time out of your busy lives to come in and celebrate this day with us. First, I'd like to thank the citizens of Virginia Beach. Thank you for trusting us to call us when help is needed. We greatly appreciate it. Knowing that you put your trust in us to come into your homes and take care of your loved ones is not a task that we take lightly, so thank you. Next, I'd like to thank the City of Virginia Beach Mayor, Will Sessoms, City Manager David Hanson, and Deputy City Manager Stephen Cover, all whose leadership is greatly valued in this city. I also need to thank Fire Chief Hutchinson, Fire Department senior staff, and countless field training instructors who, without their leadership, guidance, and support, none of this would have been possible for us. And it was pretty cool whenever you guys came in and talked to us. That was pretty damn cool. Next, I need to thank the instructional staff. I've been told by many of you that tonight is for us, but I believe all of 161 would agree with me in saying that as much for us as it is for you as well. I believe Chief Hutchinson said it best on Family Day, saying that the fire service is like a duck swimming across the water. Everything you see above the surface is smooth and easy. That's because of all the hard work that goes on underneath the water and behind the scenes. The instructional staff work very hard, making everything run smoothly for us. The motto around the training center is training the best through the best of training. You all, without fail, ensured that we were given the best training, the best instruction, and the best experiences through TRFA 161. You were at the training center long before we arrived and left long after us. We all knew without a shadow of doubt that you were all doing everything possible to ensure that we were successful. When we were working hard, you were as well. When we were in full gear, you were in full gear. When we needed advice or guidance, you were there to give it to us. Your passion for the fire service inspired each and every single one of us day in and day out. And for this and much, much more, we thank you. Lastly, I need to thank our families. To our families, we greatly appreciate the efforts you put in as well. And much of this may be directly in reference to my wife, but I'm sure it holds weight for most of you as well. Thank you for the dinners that were ready when we came home. Thank you for helping us iron our uniforms the night before work. I didn't do those all myself. Thank you for coming to our social gatherings and being willing to be a part of our fire family. And most of all, thank you for being our support system throughout this process. To the instructional staff's families, we also need to thank you for lending them to us. 161 hopes to meet every single one of you, and thank you personally. We would not have been successful without everyone mentioned. TRFA 161 thanks you. Standing up in front of all of you tonight is very humbling for me as well for my fellow recruits. We started out as complete strangers, all from different backgrounds and upbringing. 161 was once a room of men and women with previous fire experience, military veterans, athletic coaches, students, commercial fishermen, and one mattress salesman that can get you a good deal. That'd be a Hauser. We graduate today as probationary firefighters and a family that has learned to work together, sweat together, and bleed together. I would trust each of you to come into my own home and take care of any member of my family. I believe Captain Murray said it best on Family Day that all the world's problems can be solved at the firehouse table, and that you spend 1/3 of your life with each other in the fire station. TRFA 161 wanted to ensure that the future Virginia Beach Fire Department Academy classes would be able to experience the same feelings of family that we did. So for our class gift to the instructional staff and to the City of Virginia Beach Fire Academy, we had this table built. On it is the Virginia Beach Fire Training emblem and our TRFA logos on either side. Along the sides are our name icons of every recruit, and along the ends is the name of each person involved in the instructional staff. Congratulations, 161. It has been a pleasure and a privilege serving as your president. I consider you all to be brothers and sisters to me, and I know you all will do the same. Thank you all once again.
Would probationary firefighter Moore, class valedictorian for Tidewater Regional Fire Academy 161, please come to the stage. Achieving the position of class valedictorian is not an easy task. After many hours of daily physical training, each recruit is required to study and prepare for quizzes, tests, and exams, and maintain a minimum passing score of 80% throughout the academy. While each recruit sitting before you has done just that, the VBFD training staff would like to recognize one individual whose persistent dedication has earned them the title of class valedictorian, probationary firefighter Carrie Moore. Fire! It's okay. Firefighter Moore has completed her training with a cumulative GPA of 96.1. It's very impressive. Congratulations to probationary firefighter Moore for her outstanding commitment to excellence and her embodiment of sound learning within the fire service. Will Captain Craig Brown please approach the stage for the presentation of the Jason Ray Workman Award. Captain Craig Brown.
They went with songs to the battle. They were young, straight of limb, true of eyes, steady in the glow. They were staunch to the end, against odds uncounted. They fell with their faces to the foe. They shall grow not old, as that we are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember. Special Warfare Operator, Chief Petty Officer SEAL, Jason R. Wortman, 32, Blanding, Utah, died August 6, 2011. An award at Prophets, Afghanistan, along with 29 American brothers. A father, a husband, a son, a brother, a friend, and a warrior, Jason gave the ultimate sacrifice for his comrades and his country. Jason gave his all in everything he accomplished. He believed with what he was doing with all his soul. His commitment was exemplary. His drive remarkable. His prowess and stature legendary. It was about getting off the couch and getting it done. Taking that risk and being a part of something bigger and better than you. If we didn't try, how would you know the difference between failure and accomplishment? We'd be sitting there empty and safe. It was hard, this academy. Some of you, it's probably the hardest thing you've ever accomplished. Don't stop now. You are no longer recruit firefighters. You are firefighters. Challenge yourself every day. Be the best you can be and never be content. I want to quote Steve Prefontaine. To give anything less than the best is to sacrifice the gift. This is what this award encompasses. This is what this award means to us. This award will not be given to every recruit academy. This award would wait for the perfect target, and zero in. We are proud of each and every one of you. You all accomplished great things. All have been proven worthy, but one is the tip of the spear. The TRFA 161 Workman Award recipient, Aaron Ambrose.
Thank you, Captain Brown. I would now like to welcome Deputy Chief Vance Cooper to the stage for the presentation of the Christopher J. Whalen Award. Chief Cooper.
Good evening. I don't have it memorized, but here we go. I don't remember it by heart, but I can speak from my heart. How about that? I don't have the award, so roll with me. So the Christopher J. Whalen Award is about someone who I grew up with my entire life, and we both shared a profession that, as you guys have heard tonight, is the best thing ever. And this individual, if you all ever got to meet him, you would have learned that he's fun to be with. He has the right things to say. He knows when to put his arm around you. He knew when to make you laugh, and he knew when to cry with you. He knew how to take care of your family when you weren't around. But he expected that from you as well, and the friendship that he provided to you was second to none. What happened, unfortunately, back in 1999 was Chris lost his life on duty as a Norfolk firefighter. And as a result, it touched me and several other people that said, you know what, this shouldn't go unnoticed. We need to come up with an award to recognize his contributions, the kind of person he is. And that's what the Whalen Award is about. And many of you in school have probably stopped in the hallway and maybe even read what that award is about. I'm not doing it justice, but I love him like a brother, and the person who gets this award tonight, I'm emotionally attached to just through this award, and the fact that anyone has been recognized for this award is outstanding. And tonight we're going to recognize Brittany Hine.
Fire service, we are in a state of rigid flexibility. So thank you, Chief Cooper. Okay. Finally, the moment you're all here for. I'd like to ask Mayor Sessoms, Mr. Hanson, Mr. Cover, Chief Hutchinson, and our deputy chiefs to come to the stage for the pinning ceremony. I would also ask that our first group of recruit firefighters and their family please make your way to the starting position. So for the family members and for those in attendance, this is going to be a very joyous occasion for both our recruit firefighters and many of the other firefighters who are in the crowd today, because no one outside of the training staff and maybe 2 other people have any idea where any of these recruits are going. So it'll be a surprise and hopefully a good one. Good? Okay. We're going to start off with our Workman Award recipient, Aaron Ambrose, who will be pinned by his fiancée, Adora. Aaron is going to company 2B shift. Wesley Arndt. Wesley will be pinned. Wesley has been pinned by his wife and children, Jennifer, Noah, and Sophia. Mr. Arndt is going to 11B shift. Firefighter John Barney. John is being pinned by his father, Kevin Barney, and he will be assigned to Station 12B shift. Matthew Bovard. Matthew will be pinned by his father, Jeff Bovard. Matt is going to Station 9 B shift. Jacob Brown. Jacob will be pinned by his father, Ed Brown. Mr. Brown is going to Station 20 C shift. Charlotte Byers. Charlotte will be pinned by her stepfather, Martin, and she is going to be assigned to 21A shift. I promised the training staff that I would say our next one's full name. Charles Ryan Clemente Erickson. Clemente, as I call him, will be pinned by his wife Lily, and he is assigned to Company 8B shift. Joseph Coslow. Joseph will be pinned by his girlfriend Lauren. He is assigned to Company 18A shift. Andrew Crockett. Andrew will be pinned by his wife Rebecca. Andrew is assigned to Company 12C shift. Anthony Forestieri. Anthony will be pinned by his wife Heather and is assigned to Company 7C shift. Thomas Haney. Thomas will be pinned by his wife Erin, and he's assigned to Company 4A shift. John Hash. John will be pinned by his parents, Pam and John, and he's assigned to 11C shift. Benjamin Hauser. Benjamin will be pinned by his wife Heather and is assigned to Company 20A shift. Brittany Hine. Brittany will be pinned by her mother, Mary Hine, and she is assigned to Company 19C shift. Samuel Hutchinson. Sam will be pinned by his father and fire chief, Dave Hutchinson, and is assigned to Station 14A shift. Cecil Joyce Jonas. Mr. Jonas will be pinned by Captain Mike Hopkins and will be assigned to Station 14B shift. Matthew Keene. Matthew will be pinned by his father, Virginia Beach District Chief Dennis Keene, and will be assigned to Station 19 B Shift. Zachary Kenny. Zach will be pinned by his mother and father, Kim and John Kenny. Zach will be assigned to Station 7A. Nicholas Lykos. Nick will be pinned by his wife Katie and is assigned to Station 10 B Shift. Christian McCullen. Christian will be pinned by his brother Matt and is assigned to 21C Shift. Matthew McQuarrie. Matthew will be pinned by his father Doug and is assigned to Station 1A Shift. Carrie Moore. Carrie will be pinned by her boyfriend David and is assigned to Station 10A Shift. Matthew Pitts. Matt will be pinned by his mother, Sharon, and is assigned a 21B shift. Randy Roberts. Randy will be pinned by her husband, Brian, and assigned to Station 8 C shift. Stuart Schechter. Stuart will be pinned by his mother, Andrea, and assigned to Station 12 A shift. Matthew Schwanner. Matthew will be pinned by his girlfriend, Bee, and his son, Cassius. He's assigned to Station 10 C shift. James Stewart. James will be pinned by his girlfriend Amanda and is assigned to Station 4B shift. Last but certainly not least, Brian Winger. Brian will be pinned by his father, Lonnie, and is assigned to Station 5 C shift. Chief. Would Chief Magistrate Sy please come to the stage for the official swearing in of TRFA 161?
Good evening. Would the graduating class please stand so I can deliver the oath? Raise your right hand and please repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia, and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge all duties incumbent upon me as a sworn firefighter with the City of Virginia Beach Fire Department, according to the best of my ability, so help me God. You may be seated.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you are officially members of one of the greatest fire departments anywhere in the world. We welcome you and your family to our family, and for the last time as your immediate supervisor, you are dismissed.